Today we are talking about the disturbing case of Alexandria Vera, a former Texas middle school teacher whose relationship with a student shocked the nation and raised serious questions about school safety and boundaries. Alexandra Vera was a 24-year-old 8th grade English teacher at Stovall Middle School in the Aldine Independent School District near Houston. Prosecutors say she first met a 13-year-old male student during summer school in 2015, and what began with Instagram messages devolved into an ongoing sexual relationship while he was still her student. According to authorities, the contact between Vera and the boy was frequent and sustained, occurring over several months. Court records allege that the inappropriate relationship continued into the school year and that almost daily sexual encounters took place. The case drew intense scrutiny when it emerged Vera became pregnant from the relationship. She later told investigators that the boy's family appeared to support their relationship and that she was introduced to them as the teen's girlfriend. In January 2016, she said she had terminated the pregnancy after Child Protective Services showed up unannounced at the school to question her and the student. In June 2016, a warrant was issued for Vera's arrest on a felony charge of continuous sexual abuse of a child, a crime that, if convicted at trial, could have meant decades to life in prison. She turned herself in, posted $100,000 bond, and was ordered to stay away from minors and wear a GPS ankle monitor as the case moved forward. Later that year, Vera pleaded guilty to aggravated sexual assault of a child, a lesser charge in a plea deal that capped her potential sentence at 30 years behind bars. Prosecutors painted a picture of grooming, manipulation, and exploitation of a young student, conduct that struck fear and outrage in the community and beyond. In January 2017, the former teacher was sentenced to 10 years in prison. At sentencing, a judge said he didn't believe Vera was a typical predator, but emphasized that teachers must protect, not harm, their students, and that the sentence would send a clear message to the community about safeguarding children. The case remains one of the most notorious examples of educator-student misconduct in recent memory, highlighting how positions of trust can be grossly violated and the deep impact such crimes have on victims and communities alike.
To a developing story out of Aldine ISD. Police are still searching for the teacher who was impregnated by her student.
Investigators say 24-year-old Alexandria Vera carried on the relationship with the 8th grader for months.
Channel 2's Brandon Walker is live at Stovall Middle School where Vera taught English. And Brandon, she is still not in custody.
She is not in custody, Rachel. An arrest warrant has been issued, though, for her. Get this, she was approached about the relationship. She admitted to it, and upon doing that, she told officials that she loved the student and that she continued on with the relationship. The fact that a student allegedly impregnated Alexandra Vera is one thing. Key here, though, the claim that the student's parents were aware of his relationship with his teacher. Even more, according to court documents, they approved of it and let his son spend nights with Vera. Officers showed up at Vera's house in Spring yesterday to issue her arrest warrant. She wasn't there. What she's accused of doing, though, is well documented. 24-year-old Vera, an 8th grade teacher at Stovall Middle, first turned down her 13-year-old student's advances, documents say. She's accused of giving in after the student reached out to her on Instagram. Prosecutors allege Vera got pregnant in January but terminated the pregnancy after CPS questioned both her and the student about their relationship. Yeah, and back here live, the search continues this morning for Alexandria Vera. She faces a charge of continuous sexual abuse of a child. We're live this morning. I'm Brandon Walker, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
A Texas teacher is accused of sexually abusing a teenage student she allegedly started having an affair with when he was just in 8th grade. Court documents say that 24-year-old Alexandra Vera, who taught English at Thomas J. Stovall Middle School, was even impregnated by the teen until she terminated the pregnancy after investigators began questioning their relationship. A warrant was issued for her arrest, and Vera turned herself in on Wednesday. Parents of the victim were aware and supported their relationship, according to court documents. The teacher, who has a 4-year-old daughter from a previous relationship, was charged with continuous sex abuse of a child. The Aldine School District tells Inside Edition that Vera was terminated as soon as the allegations surfaced. Vera's bond is set for $100,000 and she remains in custody. Be sure to watch Inside Edition.
As 25-year-old Alexandra Vera hugged her family goodbye, she was taken away by deputies.
She got 10 years prison.
Friday morning, Judge Michael McSpadden formally sentenced the former Aldine ISD middle school teacher to 10 years behind bars.
Normally on cases like this, they get 3 life sentences. So if I was Alex, I'd be counting my blessings.
The only witness to take the stand was a clinical psychologist. She said Vera witnessed domestic violence growing up and that she had been in destructive relationships in the past and was a good candidate for therapy, that Vera had a history of deception as well. Judge McSpadden said that the number of teacher-student relationships occurring is alarming and agreed with the psychologist to one day go into the schools to be more proactive about this issue. Judge McSpadden also made statements that both Vera, her family, the victim, and his family wrote letters to the court in support of the relationship, claiming that it was culturally okay. He also said the mother was more worried about Vera losing her job. Court documents show Vera continuously sexually abused the child from September of 2015 to January of 2016. Vera at one point got pregnant, but then got an abortion. Before Alexandria Vera was sent to prison, the judge said that he believed Vera truly felt sorry for what she did, but that he has to set an example for other teachers.
Again, Vera has been sentenced to 10 years in prison, but on good behavior, she could get parole in 5 years. In downtown Houston, Lindsay Henry, Fox 26 News.
Hey guys, how you doing? This was an interesting case, especially the fact that she got pregnant. But one thing I would say about this case in comparison to the others I've covered on this channel is that with this case, I believe the sentence was actually, I mean, some of you actually might say it actually was still light, right? Because, you know, the other people getting sentenced are getting light sentences, right? So that might make another light sentence, even though it's a bit more, it might make that look like it's harsher than it really is. But I think this was a much better sentence than what we typically see from these judges. This judge actually, I mean, aside from the comment where he said, you know, he doesn't think she's a typical predator. I mean, she fits the book to me. You know, she fits typical predator to me. I think she's a typical predator. But, you know, let me know what you think. But beside him saying that, it seems like the judge definitely took this serious, and, you know, the consequences of her actions show that, you know, what he gave her in terms of sentencing showed that. So let me know if you guys agree here. Do you think it was light, or, you know, am I correct in saying, you know, this was a fair sentence? You know, because this, like I said earlier, you know, the fact that these sentences typically are very light with these female teachers can make harsher sentences, although they are still light, seem once again harsh. So that might just be me seeing so many light sentences to the point where I'm like, oh, 10 years, this is amazing. But, you know, some of you may think it's still not harsh, or, you know, harsh enough. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and make sure to hype this video as well so it can get recommended to more people. We can spread awareness so people can see what's going on with these female teachers in these schools. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.